like I'm on the edge of fate. The world is spinning, but I can't hesitate. Heart of the cards beating deep in my chest. I'll play my hand and hope for the best. Step into the shadow realm of doubt, but I'll break through. I'll figure it out. Every tool's a battle for my soul. This life's a game, but I'm in control.
What is going on, everybody? It is the Phantom Michael bringing you the next episode of our East Academy group. On this exciting episode, it is Saturday morning, and our heroes are just waking up for the day. It's Saturday, the kids get to sleep in a little bit, so we'll kick it off over to Astra, as Astra is tossing and turning and wakes up as the sun begins to rise on the mountain horizon of East Academy.
Ooh. Oh, what time is it? So early. Then Astra looks out the window, reminds herself that she has to go to the courtyard at noon. So she's going to get ready, get dressed, and actually go to the forest.
Okay, so as Astra is preparing to get ready to go do some exploring in the forest, Astra exits out of her room, trying to be all stealthy and quiet. Astra does notice that there seems to be some stirring in some of the other rooms, but no one has quite peeked their head out just yet. We'll kick it over to Rowan just for a quick second as, again, the sun begins to rise. Does Rowan wake up at this time, or is Rowan going to continue to drift off back to sleep?
I think Rowan is in a mix of both. I don't think he has gotten, much sleep last night. Partly due to the adventure that has happened. I think he woke up early. Do we have computers here, Michael?
Not in your room.
Do we... Okay, cool. That changes everything. I think he would probably have waken up a little earlier or have set an alarm to try and understand one of these new cards that he has gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do not believe Rowan has the knowledge yet of what this card is. Just because he is a first year, He hasn't seen it in action at all.
Okay. So Rowan's messing with the new XYZ card that he discovered in the depths of the restricted section of the library, or the staff-only section, maybe we call it. Reviewing that interesting card, as well as the Chimera cards as well.
Yes.
Okay, and as Rowan is sitting there at his desk reviewing some of his cards, we'll turn it back over to Astra real quick. Astra, you have the ability right now to just slip out of the dorm room with a very little notice from anyone. Do you want to get your friend Rowan or Surge to go with you?
No, I'm going to leave them alone.
Okay. All right, and we'll kind of turn in over on Surge, who is completely unconscious in his bed, with a nice Thunder Dragon Hawk sleeping at the foot of his bed, unbeknownst to Surge. Astra then sneaks out of the dorm room unheard of and is down the hallway, passing by some older students who Astra overhears talking for a brief second. Astra makes her way down the hall and towards the exit outside of the courtyard. The tree line is in sight.
She starts glancing around and tries to go... See if you can see the edge of the forest from the courtyard. She investigates if there's anything new in the forest, like a river or something, in the mountains.
So, as Astra begins to pass through the courtyard, a familiar voice rings out, and Astra can tell it is the Cosmo Queen, and the Cosmo Queen briefly says, "What time should I be expecting you in the courtyard?
Cosmos, I'll see you at noon.
Very well. So Astra passes through the courtyard to the edge of the forest and begins to wander through the woods. As Astra is traveling through the forest, give me a perception check. I'm looking for maybe a 13 or higher.
To see if there's anything she finds in the forest.
Yeah, let's see what's available to Astra.
21!
Nice, dude.
Ooh, 21. 21. Okay. Astra begins to walk through the forest and does come upon a stream. It is nice. It is calming. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Astra then takes a minute to kind of look over her surroundings. Is Astra interested in sitting by the water? Is Astra interested in following the stream? Maybe seeing where the stream goes? Or does Astra want to see where the stream came from?
That's a good question. Can she see the distance of how far the walk is for either of them? That way she doesn't take too much time.
I would say that Astra thinks that the path leading from where the stream starts is probably the best.
Yeah, we'll take that route. She decides to take that route.
Okay. Astra begins to follow the stream up, looking for any source of, maybe where the stream comes from. And Astra stumbles upon a natural spring in the mountain. So Astra just sees this beautiful scenery of this very small pond with a ton of water coming down the stream and essentially making it into that little tiny river that Astra passes through, the creek, if you will. So Astra sees it, puts her hand in the water. It is extremely cold, but it is very calming. There's like a log that's right next to it, kind of open, so it looks really nice and calming. Yeah, and it's just a beautiful scenery with a ton of things to see.
Oh, it's so refreshing. Look at the scenery. Who knew that on this mountain we have all of this? And she's looking around to see if there's anything by the spring, like animals or anything.
Astra does see a couple birds kind of chirping, hanging out. Astra sees a little bunny here and there. But Astra does spot something a little interesting poking out of one of the logs. And it is a monster card.
Okay, she goes to pick up the monster card in the log.
And it is revealed to be Space Omogen Usage.
She looks at the card and goes, "What's a tuner?"
Everyone being like, "What's an XYZ?"
And she puts it in her trunk. Her card trunk.
Okay.
Or her pocket.
So Astra is in possession of this card now, and then begins to. What else does Astra wish to do in this area?
She glances up to see how much time has passed before noon.
It is not too long. I mean, you've been out there for maybe an hour, so it's probably getting closer to 9 or 10 o'clock right now. And then
I gotta ask, what time are we supposed to do the turn? Like, is it in the afternoon?
It's the afternoon.
Is it in the
afternoon.
Okay,
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, I will do something after Astra then. My bad.
Okay.
Okay.
All good. And then as Astra goes to leave, something else catches Astra's eye. And it's a spell card laying on the ground. It sort of seems like maybe when you picked up that monster card, this card fell to the ground.
She looks down at the card, and then she slowly picks it up.
And it is revealed to be the spell card, Chaos Space.
Chaos Space.
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting. Archetype Chaos. Okay. She glances at the card. She sees it's a lot of text, but she doesn't want to take the time to read it. And she just stuffs it in her bag and just keeps on with her walk. Since she investigated where the stream came from, and it's only been like an hour, so it's probably what 10ish, right? Because we
Yep.
woke up at 8.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna trek back to. Okay, we trek back all the way to where we were. It'll be 11 o'clock moment, so we won't have time to figure out where the stream ends. I guess you're just gonna head back to the courtyard since it's already gonna take her an hour and some change.
Okay. So Astra makes it back to the courtyard. It's roughly turning around to be noon. In the courtyard, Astra hears the Cosmo Queen's voice, and it leads you over to like the center of the courtyard. You see like that fountain that's in the middle of the courtyard.
Uh-huh.
You walk over to it, and then right in the middle of the fountain, you can see a card poking out of it.
Okay, Astra reaches her hand underneath. Is it guarded by water, or is it just sitting in like the center of the fountain?
It's just sitting right there in the center of the fountain, kind of on the stone.
Oh, okay. Then she just picks up the card that she finds in the fountain and turns it over.
And it is Cosmo Queen, the Queen of Prayers. She speaks to you.
Okay.
Astra, now that you have my final form, you will have an increased chance to speak with me.
Thank you, Cosmo Queen. I don't know what to say.
Take my card and rescue our disciples.
Disciples. The disciples, are they in the organization? Or is it those 3 duelists you showed me in the vision?
It's one of them.
One of the duelists. Okay.
Alright, I'll be looking for you to continue.
One more thing, Cosmos.
Yes.
Can she attempt to ask her a question?
So that was kind of like an echo. But
Okay.
anytime that you ask, go ahead and add a +2 to any time you attempt to contact the Cosmo Queen.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty good.
We only get 1 question per day.
The modifier is really good though.
Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to ask her. Let's see. We have the disciples. We have the organization. We beat Victor. We went to the restricted zone Friday. We went to storage room. Well, Rowan went to storage room. He found the steel door that needs a key. I'm going to attempt to ask her about what's behind the steel door and if we should go in there at any point.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll. You may add knowledge. Yeah, go ahead and make a roll. Use knowledge. Add +2. +2 plus your already existing modifier.
23.
Okay. She begins to say, after searching, I've determined that behind that door is a tunnel that leads deep, deep underground. Inside there is a possibility that you may run into other duelists just biding their time in the shadows until someone arrives. If you attempt to enter, please take caution. I know that is where they take some of the missing students. Please be wary.
Astra is shocked from the revelation that there are missing students in the tunnel, and she's kind of like perplexed from the information. And then she shakes it off and she goes, she thanks the Cosmo Queen, and then she returns to her dorm.
Okay. We'll switch over to Rowan, who is sitting in his room reviewing some cards. Rowan hears the door shut as Astra exited out of the dorm, which kind of brings Rowan out of the trance a little bit. What does Rowan wish to do?
I think because Rowan woke up early, and realizing, dang, he finally has the day all to himself. He kind of looks at his deck, appreciates Pasante's help yesterday, and realizes, despite everything that has happened Friday, this might be the first time that he actually gets to go out before a horrid lockdown is put into play by the security people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he goes out and tries to explore the wilderness. Either the mountains, looking for anything interesting. And also, I think he is interested to see if he can see any more spirits around either some caves or mines.
Okay, so Rowan wants to go explore the woods.
Yeah, same thing.
Rowan exits out of the dorm with no issues, makes it to the courtyard, sees the forest in plain sight, walks over to the forest line. And what does Rowan wish to do as he stands at the edge of the forest?
Is there like any? I think Rowan, instead of like using his eyes or using perception, if you would allow Michael, I think how Rowan typically sees spirits is more of like, if you've ever played regular D&D, it's more like a sorcerer or a warlock that is innately channeling their power. So I think Rowan uses some of his spirit sensing abilities and tries to sense if there's any sort of magical energy, any sort of cards that are left behind, and he just kind of follows that. See if he finds any interesting landmarks as well through it.
Okay. So Rowan kind of just begins to make his way through the forest to look for interesting landmarks, maybe something got left behind. Essentially just calling out to the elements around him. And what would Rowan find out there? So Rowan knows that there is a stream he's able to see, and he does know that there's an entrance to a mine shaft.
I think, considering the last time that they have fought these cultists, right, or whatever they are, I think Rowan feels like his deck and how he is not ready, and ultimately, while dangerous, he's like, I'm kind of interested in what's in there. And as the young kid that he is, he completely goes in there.
Okay. Into the water?
Mine shaft.
Into the mine shaft, he says.
100%. Yeah. No,
right.
he's playing as a kid, bro. I gotta.
All right.
It's like underground stuff. Ooh.
So our guy Rowan gets over to the mine shaft. He can see the old mine tracks in the kind of covered up by the dirt and the time, and he knows that this mine shaft looks old. Before the time of dual monsters here in the States, you know, before the states were settled, he knows that there's a lot of history inside these caves. Rowan begins to look in the caves, and he knows that's going to be really, really, really dark in there.
Okay.
But I'm going to go in there anyway.
100%.
So Rowan starts walking into the cave, and his shoes are starting to get a little muddy. He's starting to get a little cramped in there, maybe kind of feeling like, oh man, this is actually not a lot of space in here. So Rowan continues on and keeps walking, and just 1 foot after the next, 1 foot after the other. Rowan then comes across a kind of large opening in the shaft, and it is a pool of water in the middle of the room. And on the other side of that pool of water is a old wooden door. The door looks as if it is just completely shaken. It's barely holding on there to its hinges. But Rowan's gonna have to kind of decide what he wants to do with this water before he gets across.
Does it look like a massive puddle, or like a pool? Like, how big is the pool?
You have very low light, and it is encompassing almost the entire room.
Oh shit. Okay. And there's a door at the back.
Yep.
Is there any sort of rocks or anywhere? Actually, I don't. Or any sort of boards that Owen can see?
You see a couple chains hanging from the ceiling. Maybe that's where old lanterns used to be. But they're not moving. They're kind of frozen in time. You kind of see. You do find like a couple old pieces of wood, like from the tracks on the ground.
Okay.
So there's like objects around.
Okay. I think Rowan's either going to attempt to like grab a board,
Mhm.
be like, all right, let's try to make using more of. I would say this is more of his knowledge here, and being like, he is not the most athletic. That is just who he is as a person. So he's trying to use his mind to make like a little tiny makeshift bridge through these old boards, to get to the door.
Okay, so you're trying to like use the boards to float across the water or just sit in the water?
Yeah, that's I think what he is aiming to make it easier on him.
Okay. So Rowan takes the board, goes to set it in the water, and realizes that the water is kind of deep.
Just sinks instantly. Okay. How deep? Like, does the board just completely?
It is sunk to the bottom.
Okay.
And you know for a fact you only set that board maybe like a foot away from where you're standing.
Okay. How hard would it be? Like, say if Rowan tried to swim over to this door, how hard do you think it would be for Rowan? Because I don't know how big of the area is it? Like, are we talking like a massive pool type of swim?
So think of like the size of like a 10 by 10 room.
Okay,
And you're like at the edge of like the doorway, like standing there down like the hallway, and it's like a circular 10 by 10 room. In the middle of that room there is a puddle. There's a huge pool of water that almost touches the edges of the room, and on the other side is that door.
Yeah, I think Rowan will probably just try to swim over there, because a size by a 10 by 10 room is not big. Unless he rolls insanely bad, I think he could easily make.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
Awesome. What sort of roll? Perception, athletics, or
Athletics.
that's an 18.
All right, so Rowan starts to walk through, and instantly sinks up to his knees when he steps in. It's not just the water; it's also like the mud and the muck. So Rowan starts kind of like high stepping it through the water, and it's not really going past his knees. He's now in like the center of the room as he's still trying to kick through this rough area here, and Rowan finds a card.
Oh.
Attached to one of those chains just hanging over the pool of water.
Okay. Can Rowan grab it?
Yeah, Rowan can reach for it and grab it.
Yeah, Rowan will.
And
then
he finds the monster Mine Mole.
Mine Mole. I need to look that up. It's adorable. Would be sent to the graveyard. Ooh. It's pretty useful.
Alright. Rowan then continues on, kind of stepping out of this room, trying to get where he's trying to go. Once Rowan gets to the other side, it's that wooden door. What does Rowan want to do at the wooden door?
I think just Rowan first senses to see if there's any lingering spirit energy on it. If not, I think he just opens it.
I mean, not really that you could tell this time.
Yeah. Then he will open the door.
Okay. Rowan opens the door, and what he sees on the other side is more mine trails.
Rowan, more mine.
Rowan can then begin to follow said mine shaft as he continues on. What is Rowan gonna see down there? Go ahead and give us a roll.
Awesome. Perception?
Perception.
8, yeah.
Rowan
I don't see much. Yeah.
Rowan breaks his ankles and he dies.
Rowan's like, I need some light down here.
I can't see nothing. He falls on the ground. He gets back up.
Yeah.
As he gets up, he sees these small rooms just kind of like trolling down the sides of the mine. He begins to look at them and he realizes, are these freaking jail cells? Is what he's thinking.
What?
What are the... And you know that they've definitely been converted because they do not match the age of the other rooms that you're in. Or like they don't match the age of the aesthetics of the mine. So you know these were installed after. And you can feel like the iron bars on the cell. And you're like, wow, this stuff is actually kept up. Inside the cell, you know that it's like a dirt floor. There's like a bed in there, like a toilet, a sink. And there's about 6 of these rooms, 3 on each side of you. And then as you continue down, looking down, there is another door at the end of there.
Could Rowan attempt to look in one of the cells?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rowan's basically just being investigating this area, being like, how old, like if he can get a sense of like how old are these cells, or like is there anything in there? Do I sense anything about these cells that seems different?
You can tell that the rooms are upkept, so you think that these cells are probably within like the last 5 years.
Okay. Interesting. So far.
Give me another perception check.
Okay.
19.
Okay. You find the card. Iron Chain Repairman.
Jeez, some of these old cards. Iron Chain Repairman. I haven't seen some of these stuff in a long time.
Destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard. Huh. Interesting.
Alright.
Mm.
Rowan looks into the cell, sees the card, picks it up, looks at it, puts it away, begins to look down, and all that's left down there that you can see is the other cells and that door.
Rowan's gonna go through that door. And I think... Yeah, Rowan's gonna go for that door.
The door...
Rowan's a kid.
The door is locked.
By any... Does it look like there's any sort of keyhole? Or...
There is a keyhole.
Does it look like, because we've been researched, that any of the key... I don't know if I can ask this since most keys look the same, but does this keyhole
idea.
look like it? Okay, cool. Good to know. I think... What can Rowan do? Yeah, you know, since Astra used her Cosmos Queen question, I think Rowan's going to try and contact Basante. He doesn't know if this horse can break down the door, but
Okay.
what kind of door does it look like? A wooden door with a key, or
it
like?
is a giant steel door, much like what you've seen on the other side of the library door.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'll still try.
Okay.
But Rowan, I think, kind of is like, I need to get more in contact with this spirit energy. I need to sense if there's something here. So I think he tries to call upon Passante once again, just channeling the energy inside of him.
Give me a roll.
Gaia. Which is not good. I'm 18. Decent, but not the best.
Passanti says, Rowan, do you know what time it is?
No, it's very dark down here. I probably should have brought my phone out for a flashlight. I wasn't really thinking.
Rowan, do you have
What
a
up?
sandwich for me?
I know that they have some sandwiches at school. I can go grab you one, but that's a long trip.
Do you remember what you said the next time that you would call me?
Yeah, I need to get you a sandwich. That's good. How's that key thing going out, by the way? I found another door.
You know, if I was fed, maybe I'd know for you.
Oh yeah, thanks, Basante. Really appreciated. Well, it was a fun adventure, not going to lie. But I guess I must get back. Um, I was thinking you could help me out with the door, but I do need a sandwich. You're right.
What do you want me to do with the door?
I don't know. I don't have a key. I don't know if there's like any sort of spiritual energy you can see behind it. It has to be another way in.
On the other side.
Another way in on the other side. Yeah, I don't have a key though.
What? You need to figure it out.
Thanks, Pasante.
You need to figure it out.
Yeah, totally. I think we're on kind of like size and it's like, okay. So, I think he's starting to put some of it together, right? Because these jail cells are basically sort of, what is it? Are probably used to be like holding cells. And they're very, very new. Mines don't really do that, and they don't really keep, kids in there. So I definitely feel Rowan's like, alright, this is something to come back to in the future. Maybe Serge has those keys. But for now, I think he just spends a little bit more time searching around and then heads back. I think he's not looking for cards this time. I think he's just looking for like else in here, not really card based, but more like, or how do I put this? Like interesting based, like a shiny rock, anything with weird stuff written on it, you know, before leaving the mine.
Mega roll.
Okay. Which is perception's not bad. That's a +3. 21. There we go.
Let me cross-reference.
One's like, I'm picking up something.
Rowan finds a document.
Okay.
And on said document, there is a handprint.
Whoa. What the heck is that? Rowan, I don't think would know whatever this handprint is. I mean, I could roll a history check, but I don't think unless he crits, he would know anything about this.
And it's not on like a normal piece of paper. It's like on a cloth.
Rowan kind of looks at it, kind of puts his hand up to it. He's like, okay, cool. It's not hand activated. Like, I don't know what he was expecting to like be like, all right, we touch hands and something magically happens. But I think he grabs the document and takes it out as he heads back out of the mine.
Okay. As you head out of the mine, you kind of make it back to the courtyard. As you get there, you see Astra pull the card from the fountain, and now the two of you are together